Hey guys, welcome to Tommo Tinkers. In this episode we'll be continuing with the Bloodfall Catacombs, and in this one we're going to carry on where we left off last time. We're going to allow the player to pick up items and have an inventory and that kind of thing. Once again, if you're enjoying my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notifications whenever I release a new video. Thank you guys, and with that, let's carry on. Okay, so remember last time I was talking about the room and the way the room seems to be doing too many things now. It concerns itself with the things as well, and we want to have an inventory, and the code to write the inventory is suspiciously similar to the code that is handling the collection of things that are in rooms. So let's separate that out. In container. Just move some of the stuff out. Boop. Boop. The add thing and the remove thing method. Now we've just ripped our broom class apart. Of course, the only thing it actually does is deal with things. It only shows the description, and it needs to be able to have things added to it as well. So there's a couple of things we can do. This namespace wrong. Just fix that. Let's have a thing container. Or should we have inheritance here? Oh, our room's going to be thing containers. I suppose they are. Okay. And we won't make that protected actually, we'll just use the property. Keep that private. And everything should work fine. Look. I just want to try and see what happens when we look into... Okay, so in this room there, we basically want to show that there is nothing, or maybe just not show nothing at all if there are no items. We'll come back to that. Okay. Let's create a folder for the player. And I guess we won't derive from thing container here, we'll just have a thing container, I suppose. Call it inventory. Do it like that. Okay, so the game state can contain a player state. We have to give it a name, of course. And that's off. fine. Just tidy up this file a bit. Now we're going to run into a problem in a minute. The game state, we should actually call this the game. No, game state is fine. We already passed the game state into our execute command, and then the command handlers get the game state. So we need to be able to access the player state as well. And there we go, it did it automatically for us. Right. We need a new command. We want to be able to pick up the key. We'll just call it take. So it's in the command handler. It's in the command parser, I guess. We need to reorganize these files at some point. Case take. So if the user types take, command take. We'll add that in the command handler. We need to add the command handler. Handlers dot handle take command, which doesn't exist, but we will create it now. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is find the objects in the room that the player is taking, or is trying to take. Room objects, and that's the game state of the current room, the value, and then the things. State is the room objects where we've got to ensure that there is a that the user has provided a object name of the object they want to take. Let's do it first or default now. We'll handle the issue of duplicate names if that becomes a problem later. So if name equals object name, object take is not null, and if it's not takeable, will display a message. You cannot take that. Else, game state. Value. Remove thing, the object to take. Game state dot player state. Adding object to take. Right line. You took the and that will be object to take. Name. Probably just invert that just to reduce a bit of nesting there. Okay, let's see if we can pick up the key. Take key. This did not work. Okay, why did this not work? Let's put a breakpoint here, see if we are reaching here. Yes, we are. Name is key. It's because we're not comparing to lowercase. Okay, can we take the key now? Take key. We took the key. Okay, so if we look, is the key still in the room? It is not. Can we take the skeleton? Cannot take the skeleton. Inventory. I do not know how to do this. So when we take, but we don't provide any argument, we need to address that. We give it a message if you type take without specifying anything. Okay, so if it's there's a message here as well. Isn't one of those here. Take banana. There isn't one of those here. Take key. So the key. Okay. Let's make another command. The inventory command. Sorry. Handlers that handle inventory command. I'll just create these. Don't really like the way it default names those arguments. We need the command parser, of course. We need to. You notice this list is getting longer and longer every time I add a new command. there's probably something we can do to address this problem. Also, there's going to be another issue which we're going to see soon, maybe in the next video, which will cause us to have a look at how the command parser's working and what it's doing. Okay, so now all we need to do is write the handler for the inventory command. Now, you notice over the past few videos I've been doing quite a lot of refactoring and quite a lot of moving code about, and if you're not used to working in C# that much, or especially with Rider, it might look like I was going extremely fast, but slow the videos down, post in the comments if you need clarification, but look how quickly it is for me to now add new features to the game, especially new commands. It's really simple. So all we're going to do here is list out the things we've got, and I think we can take from the I believe it's in the room class, get things description. That belongs with the things container. And that can be public. So the room can still do that, but also the command parser, or the command handler will be able to do it. It's in handlers. Right line, you are carrying the game state, or the player state, inventory, get things description, same as we did before, and that should be the inventory command. Inventory. We'll write an alternative message in a minute. Inventory. Now that didn't work, did it? I wonder why. Okay, so update the play state. Obviously added it, maybe we didn't do that correctly. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to debug this now. We'll see that it was indeed removed from the room. We can't drop anything yet. Okay. How does add range work? Add the elements of a specified collection to the end of the list T. So that should be fine. Maybe it's a description that isn't working. Okay, so let's start with the get things description. And we'll debug that first. Okay. Dings. Okay, so that didn't get added. Okay. To ensure that our... Ah! Did you notice that? It never... This line never got called. Does remove things get called? Let's try again. Ah, of course, we're adding the things to the cell at the start of the game. Maybe it didn't work before because I didn't hit debug. Okay, so take key. You should see it get removed from the room. Yes. And it should get added to the player. Okay, so what's the name of... Let's run this line. Things should have a count of 1. And it is the key. Okay. So we know that's working. Whoops. I don't know. I'm confused by this one. Something, I'm sure you're all screaming at the screen telling me something obvious that I've missed. I'm going to have a look off camera and then figure it out and then come back and explain what's going on. Thank you very much, guys.